Welcome to my video about 6 months with MS. I was gonna have a little bonfire with you guys, but I have wine waiting for me. I forgot my notes, so I have to go get my notes. I also have a very funny story to tell you guys before we talk about this. I'm walking this way because the house is over there. So the past couple of days, what day is today? Monday. So a little bit on Saturday and then like all day yesterday, mostly all day yesterday, I thought I was getting a cold. Is this like aimed? Oh, the wine! Oops. Is this aimed appropriately? Oh, it is not. Okay. Great. Hold on. I'm definitely getting an external microphone after this. Please bear with me. Okay. Hello. To finish my story, I thought that I was getting sick, thought I was gonna have like a common cold. Car. I'm gonna record the audio on my phone. Sorry guys. You know what? Cheers. I don't think I've ever drank wine sitting outside before. This is the first. Oh, hold on, my mom's calling. My neighbor is now doing freaking yard work. Oh my God, you guys. Finally. Okay, hi, recording on my phone. Hi, editing Alex. These are blue light glasses. If I am here, that means that something went very, very wrong. So yes, I recorded audio on my phone, but trying to splice them together like phone audio, which sounded really good and clear, by the way. Trying to splice that with real life audio is just not going well, and I suspect it's because I don't have the skill set to do it. So we are gonna deal with the cars and everything else in the background. I'm very sorry. I really hope that you guys stick around long enough for my skills to develop, and hopefully we won't have audio issues in the future. But thank you for dealing with these, at least for this video. Did I even finish my story? I don't think I did. Anyway, so this weekend, I thought that I was getting a common cold, which I haven't had since I don't even remember. Maybe college, which was 10 years ago. Maybe it couldn't have been that long ago. I had to have been sick as an adult. I don't know. I don't remember. I used to get like strep every year, 2 years, but like getting common cold, flu, like that really didn't happen. Anyway, thought I was getting sick, was super frustrated about it. Turns out that I'm just allergic to the fragrance plug-in that I tried to use. And as soon as we unplugged it and aired out the house, I was completely fine. So, hello, happy to my I've been living with MS for 6 months video. My reference to 6 months is post-diagnosis, not post-first symptom. So symptom onset, it has almost been a year if I count the like pain shooting in my big toes last December. So 10 and a half-ish months with MS symptoms, but I didn't know that it was MS. I asked you for some questions over on Instagram, so thank you so much for those of you that responded to the questions form. I have a ton of notes to share with you guys. So this is probably going to be a long video. Where do I start? So I have some categories. I categorized all of my notes. I wanted to talk about resources and other items that have helped me the last 6 months. And then some advice about down days and good days, some lessons learned, a symptom update, and then someone also asked about diet. So I wanted to touch on all of these. If you guys have wine, cheers, or any other beverage, even if it's lemonade, cheers. I can talk about the things that have helped me the last 6 months, because I feel like that might be the fastest chunk of things to get through. Just some day-to-day items that have really helped me the last 6 months. One is a 32-ounce water bottle. I got one of the Nalgene's. Is that how you say it? I got one of those. That way I know that I have to drink 3 of those every day, so I try to finish one before lunch, and then between lunch and dinner, and then after dinner before I go to bed. That's just kind of what's been working for me. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Oh, I had a bag of all of these items put together in the house. Okay, it's fine. I'll link everything below. No affiliates or like nothing. I'm just gonna reference everything because I forgot my little goodie bag inside. Okay, anyway. The second item that has helped me is a pill organizer container travel case thing. It is a little green case. It's about this size. How many inches is this? It's probably like 5 inches by 3 inches. And inside of that cloth travel case, it has all 7 days of the week. The reason that this one has been helpful is because I had a pill organizer before that would organize everything by type of pill, but now I have it organized where it's by day and by morning and night, which actually helps me because then I can be like, oh, did I take this pill or not? Or did I take this round of pills or not? Because I can see, like, if Monday evening pills are still there, then clearly I haven't taken them. So that helps me. Another thing that has helped me is keeping a chair in the bathroom. So if I am showering or bathing and either like the water's too hot or my body isn't reacting well to the temperature, I have a chair right there that I can sit on, and I have a towel over it if I need it, so it's ready to go. And even if I don't need to like actually sit down, at least I can hold on to it when I'm getting in and out of the shower, like if my feet go completely numb or something like that. So that has been super helpful. Another thing that has helped me is keeping a cushion in the shower. I don't know what you actually call them. It's like the thing that you can put on the back side or the end of the tub to where if you're taking a bath, you can lean on it, and it's waterproof. It's meant to be in the water, but it's like suction cups to the side. So because I cannot speak English. Because my symptoms are normally me going numb from the waist down, it's helpful for me to sit on something to where I know that my body isn't getting like, I don't know, what do you call those things? Not pressure points. It's like bed sores where you get like bruises from the pressure. Anyway, because I have sensation loss on the lower half of my body, I wouldn't be able to tell if I've been sitting in a weird position to the point where it's causing me pain. So just sit on a cushion and then lean up against a cushion, and then I can chill in the shower. I think what's helpful about having a cushion in the shower too is you can still wash and you can still take a shower, but now I don't have to worry about falling over because I'm sitting. So that has been helpful. The other thing that has really helped me, even when it was like 95 degrees outside, is any time that my feet were really, really numb, like completely numb, wearing combat boots really helped because I could still feel pressure around my ankle, which, helped to give more feedback and information to my brain. I think that's my theory. I'm going with it. So wearing combat boots actually really helped with foot numbness for me when it came to like walking, balance, coordination, stuff like that. So last and of equal importance as all of the others is I have been purchasing a lot of different types of anti-skid socks. So like little footies, ankle ones that go up like up to here, but they all have those like little rubber dots or rubber decoration on the bottom so I don't slip. That has been super helpful, especially because if I do slip and it's on a day where I have sensation loss, the chances of me recovering from that slip are slim. So that's been really helpful. If you're looking for slip socks, I actually found I was searching for yoga socks, and they have way more little like rubber things on the bottom than the normal anti-skid socks. So yoga socks. Also order a size up if you're getting yoga socks because I think they're meant to be like tight so they don't come off when you're doing yoga, but I'm just sitting on the couch and walking around my house, so size up, they won't fall off, and they're much better anti-skid than the regular ones. The next category that I had to talk about was resources that have really helped me the last 6 months. One, MS subreddit. Basically everything that I know or have learned basically has been from the MS subreddit. There's a question for everything. There's someone answering about everything. There's so many different experiences on there to learn from. Like even learning what to expect from my very first Ocrevus infusion all came from the subreddit. The people on there, absolute gems. I wish that I could hug every single one of them in real life. It's just called multiple sclerosis. So yeah, enjoy. Lurk if you don't have an account. If you have an account, follow. It's great. Anyway, the second thing that really helped me was YouTube. Like watching people's videos really helped, because I got to see their experience, and everyone has a different experience. So getting a group of experiences to learn from when I had no frame of reference was super helpful. So yeah, thank you to everyone who's sharing their experience on YouTube. You guys can't imagine how many people you're helping, whether or not they leave a comment or subscribe. Like, you're helping people. Please don't stop posting videos, please. Dr. Boster on YouTube has also been really great as a medical resource on YouTube. I will link his channel below. He does hour-long monthly live, what do you call them? Not a live feed, not a live discussion. Lives, YouTube lives, I don't know. He goes live for an hour every month, and he answers Q&A, or he does Q&A from whoever's watching. So that has been super helpful, and a really great resource. He posts static videos too about different topics. So yeah, Dr. Boster, link him below. What time are we at? Okay, speed it up, Alex. Last two things that have been really great resources for me. Number one, the Emmy Lynn app. I'll leave it below. That has been a really great app for me to track my symptoms, because it will remind you to track your symptoms every day, and it will also like log everything and show you charts, which I love data. I love charts. Show me more, please. So the fact that I'm getting like that hit of a reward, like, oh, I'm gonna give you all of my information and then you're gonna show me a chart, like, yes please. But I also really like that it prompts me to log my symptoms, so I don't have to consciously remember to do it. It does it for me, so that's been really great. And it's free. Another thing, which I honestly think has been the most important, is therapy. I go to therapy for multiple reasons, and it has like evolved over time. So now if I had to lump everything into like 3 main categories, I see my therapist for more than 3 things, but these are the 3 main things that I'm willing to share on the internet. Depression, anxiety, and chronic illness support, which can include grief. So that has been the biggest help to me. And I don't know, my therapist also has a chronic illness, which I didn't know until I disclosed to her. And just having someone tell me, like when I first told her about my diagnosis, just having someone tell me that, like, yeah, the road's gonna be really tough, but after your first year, you're gonna feel a lot better. Hearing that from someone that has like firsthand gone through it made me feel so much better. Like, I could go on and on about my therapist and how much of an absolute gem she has been to me, and I wish that there was like something I could do to repay her other than profusely thanking her every time I talk to her. I don't know. Anyway, I changed the angle slightly. I don't know if that's going to add to visual interest, but I don't think so, because my background is essentially the same. I'll figure this out in future videos, so thanks for sticking around. I am going to go over the bad days, good days advice, because I got some questions on this specifically. I don't know what answers were expected, so I'm gonna apologize in advance if you guys were looking for something like more concrete, but this is just how I've been framing things in my mind. So I think, like, for my bad days, the thing that I've been working on the most is acceptance. There's the cutest little lizard. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna see if I can record it on my phone. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh, baby, it's so little bitty. Okay, for my bad days, the thing that I've been trying to focus on the most is acceptance. The reason I bring this up is it's because it's actually really hard. It's really hard, at least like, I don't know, I've only been doing this for 6 months. I can't hold a candle to anyone who has been living with MS for years. Like I'm really new to this, but one thing that I've been focusing on is accepting my bad days. And I talk to my therapist about this every time I have therapy, because it's hard. It's hard because my reality and my concept of self has changed, which means that I also have to be willing to change. There's like a lot of different pieces to this web, so bear with me. Accepting my bad days for what they are is one thing. Accepting my limitations, accepting the differences in how I am experiencing and perceiving the world and interacting in the world in this new, well, not new body, but in this body with new developments, has been a struggle for me. My willingness to change and adapt has also had to, what's the word? I don't want to say my willingness to change and adapt has had to develop, has had to grow, has also had to change. Oh, my words. Okay. Anyway, so if I am doing something, I dropped my phone. When I'm having a bad day, my willingness and ability to adjust to whatever my current symptom is, that in and of itself has also been a struggle for me, because I think that I was living in like such denial. It was denial, and I think it was also like there's an element of grief. Like, I've known my body for 32 years. Why do I have to do this differently? And I do. Like, it's part of it. So yeah, acceptance, willingness to change and adjust on like even an hourly basis, super important. And not feeling guilty about it. Like, don't feel guilty about fulfilling your own needs based on what they are, based on the day, the hour. It's you. You have to do what you need. One thing that has also helped me for either good or bad days is communication with my husband, with my friends, with my family, and with my coworkers. I tell everyone everything, and that has been my own personal approach. I am very privileged to even be able to have that approach, but that's just the path that I have taken, because I think we're about to get like deep here. Okay, so I was raised by a disabled parent. My dad is blind, so I feel like in my experience, being open and transparent about certain things just drives clarity and alignment and just overall acceptance. Like, the more that you can be open and transparent and talk about things, it encourages others to normalize it. And again, this comes from a place of privilege. I get that, but that is the path that I've taken. Anyway, so to back it up, for good or bad days, I focus on communication. So on bad days, that would look like, hey Alex, my husband's name is also Alex. Hey Alex, my feet, I don't call him that. Hey babe, my feet are feeling really numb. I know that we're supposed to go to Kroger. Can you drive? Or, hey babe, it's a little bit hot today. Can we maybe, oh, he came outside. That means it's my 6:15 warning. Thanks, babe. I was a little delayed with the guy in the blower. Oh, I gotta cut that out. I just scratched my butt. I'm not gonna cut it out. Sorry. Anyway, we're saying like, can we reschedule? Or maybe adjusting, like if I'm having a day where I'm just like really heat intolerant, instead of being like, hey, I can't do this, which is also an option, by the way. You can just flat out say, hey, I can't do this, and I've done that too. But like when my mom was here and we went to the fair, it was a like, hey, can we have a chill morning at home? Can we go out to eat for lunch in the shade or inside? And then once things start cooling off, when it's closer to sunset, how about we go to the fair then? So yeah, just making little adjustments and like being able to communicate and advocate for yourself is totally fine. And if people aren't willing to make adjustments or change, then fuck them. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Okay, I've been sitting in the same position for a really long time, so I'm just gonna move a little bit. I really like having my feet and my legs close to my body also. So if I sit like this, it's because I genuinely enjoy it. I don't know what that says about me. Okay, for good days when I communicate, it sounds something like, hey, I'm feeling really good today, my symptoms are minimal. How about for lunch we have a picnic outside? Or how about we go and see this place, because it might involve like walking, which on a bad day I might not want to engage in. So yeah, just like celebrating the smaller things, finding opportunities to go do things, and then advocating for those things when I can. And honestly, again, comes from a place of privilege. I work a corporate life. I only have to be in the office 2 days a week. So, at least right now. So sometimes I might message my team and say, it's a really nice day out. My legs are feeling great. I'm leaving. And then I will like go have a date with my husband. So I always do my work. I make sure that everything is done. I always make sure that others are taken care of before I leave. But when the opportunity presents itself and the stars align, I'm out. I take the opportunity, I'm out. So that has been really helpful, celebrating the small things. So my last and most important part, I would say probably most important, is regardless of it's a bad day or a good day in terms of symptoms, I always find one thing to be happy about that day and to celebrate that day. And it can be something super small. So today, my good thing was being able to sit outside on the porch and work on the porch because it was so nice out. If it hadn't have been nice out, then my one thing would have been, I made myself like a chai type coffee this morning, and it was so good. Like that would have been my one happy thing. It genuinely made me happy. It doesn't matter that it was 1 cup of coffee. I did something for myself and it made me happy, and regardless of my symptoms, I had that one happy moment. So refocusing to celebrate the small stuff and finding at least one happy moment in every day has really helped me like reframe my mindset. I feel like this lends well to the next category that I had, which is lessons that I've learned in the last 6 months. I have 4. So let's see how long this takes me. Oh, let me check and make sure this is still recording. It is, great. Okay, this is good. I hope this works. Okay, so the first lesson I learned, and I had to learn it pretty quickly, is setting boundaries for myself and respecting those boundaries and protecting them and being very protective of myself. So like all boundaries. I like to not upset people, and I like to say yes to people. Having boundaries is hard because if someone is like, hey, can you blah, 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 I want to say yes. Or like, hey, do you want to blah, 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 I want to say yes. But now, like it started being, I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. My boundaries, or like exercising and protecting my boundaries or enforcing my boundaries, started with like medical need limitations, which was helpful in me like getting used to saying no and setting boundaries because it came out of a place of need. But the way that my brain was able to comfortably justify it is I can say no because it's coming from a place of medical need. That has since evolved. So now I have been really good about saying no to things that I just flat out don't want to do. And man, I wish me 10 years ago, I wish that me at 23 would be able to say no the way that me at 33 can say no. I'm really proud of myself. So yeah. Number 1, boundaries and being protective of myself. Number 2, advocating for myself if there is ever a need or a want. For me, this looks like it's still coming out of a place of medical necessity, so I don't know what that would look like for me in the future. But advocating for myself in medical spaces with my own medical team, especially when I especially when I see my doctor, because I only see her once every 6 months, unless I have to like go in for an extra scan or something like that. So just advocating for myself and my needs. That's been a hard lesson, but it's been a lesson that I have learned. But yes, I will advocate for myself something as simple as like, hey, do you mind if we take the elevator? I don't feel like falling and breaking my legs today, thanks. Another lesson I learned was empathy. I perceived myself as being an empathetic person, generally speaking, but now I don't think that I was as much as I thought. Now standing in my shoes here, sitting in my chair here. I don't really know how to concretely describe it, but I just feel like I am more emotionally aware of other people, and I feel like I am quicker to jump to different conclusions, like maybe that person's having a tough day. That another lesson that I learned was I have a refocused perspective on what's important. And again, this comes from a place of privilege. I have a good job. It is flexible. I have a great support system in my husband, my family, and my friends. So I am very fortunate, and I fully recognize that. But being able to refocus my perspective on what I deem to be important has been one of the biggest lessons to me. I used to be much more focused on work and overachieving, and now I'm just like, I care about work and I very much care about the people. But my family and my husband, they need my time more than like you guys. The company will be fine. I will do my job. The planes will keep flying. Oh, a gnat. I think I ate a gnat. Great, okay. Anyway, perspective. Okay, symptoms. I feel like this is probably the part of the video that everyone is wanting to know the most about, maybe. Again, I have only been diagnosed for 6 months. I had my very first symptom last December. From memory, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch my first video. From memory, I don't think that between December and the end of February I had any symptoms. So we're gonna go from like the end of February. My symptoms have done nothing but improve. Overall, if I had to like plot a trend line on a chart, I am looking at a positive movement. I dropped my phone again. It's fine. This case, man, I'm telling you. My symptoms have done nothing but improve since my diagnosis, which, unforeseen by me, I didn't even think that symptom improvement was a possibility. I do have, what is it called? What's the type of MS that I have? Relapse remit. I just thought that like my relapses would be really bad, like back to baseline, and that my remit would never actually... No, what's baseline? Is baseline the bad or is baseline the good? Baseline's the good, right? So I always thought that my relapses were going to be like how it was in February, where it was just like complete sensation loss from here down and like bad, and like depth perception off, recall, like word recall off, memory off. Like that's how I thought it was going to be. And then I thought that the relapse part just wasn't going to be back to my original baseline. So in my experience, actually I should probably give you guys an overview of treatment as well. I'm on Ocrevus, which doesn't address symptoms. All it does is slow down future disease progression by killing off my immune system, which is super fun, but you know, you gotta do something somewhere. So the fact that my symptoms have improved, I I am eternally grateful. There have been more than a handful of days this month in October that I have had 0 symptoms. I have felt like myself. I can feel my feet. I remember one day, like one of the first days it happened, I told my husband, I was like, I have so much feet. I can feel all the feet. It's just so feet. Yeah, so I don't know what exactly is driving it, like the body's ability to rebound, the supplements that I am taking. I think that turmeric is having a really big support role in this whole thing. There's been multiple studies done on turmeric as an anti-inflammatory in general. I am a certified herbalist, just so you guys know. That certification carries 0 meaning in the United States, but otherwise, like in other countries, it does. So I love plants, I love studying all that stuff, I love talking about all that stuff. I take turmeric every day. I take a pretty heavy dose. It is standardized. It's anti-inflammatory, well documented. There's only been a few medical studies published on it interacting with MS patients specifically, but the few studies that have been published show some sort of positive correlation. So I feel comfortable taking it for MS specifically. I think I've mentioned that in a video before. But anyway, yeah, symptoms steadily improved overall. Let's see, my notes, turmeric. Oh yeah, general anti-inflammatory. I don't have pain. I know that a lot of people with MS do experience pain. I don't have pain. The only time that I have ever felt pain was last December. I felt really, really bad shooting pain going down both of my big toes, and that was so bad. And then there was either 1 or 2 days, I can't do this from memory, over the summer where it felt like both of my feet were just like doused in like hot pepper oil. I don't know how else to describe it. Like my feet felt really, really hot and hurty, but it wasn't like temperature hot. It was like pain hot. I don't know, but it's only happened a couple times, but by and large, I have no pain. I do not wake up and have to face pain, which I'm very, very grateful for. I don't know if that's going to be my future, but right now, it's just not in my list of symptoms. For overall symptoms, when I do have them, it looks like sensation loss, and usually, at least right now, 6 months post-diagnosis, I get it mostly in my toes and the soles of my feet. I would say maybe the last month I haven't really, oh, another gnat, fantastic. Maybe my breath stinks. Over the last month, I haven't really felt numbness going up my legs, except for, I think there was one day, like last week, where it was abnormally hot for fall. Maybe not abnormally. It was a little toasty, and I felt like a little bit of numbness going up my lower leg. But yeah. Now that I say that, coldness sensitivity, again, new to MS, didn't know that was a thing. There was a really, really cold day. Oh my gosh, not my computer. My camera's about to turn off. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Oh. I did the thing that I said that I wouldn't do. Stand up. I forgot the wine was in the chair. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. Well, there's nothing I can do about it now. And I only have 1 section left to go on my video. Okay. This is fine. My mom gave me this pullover. Sorry, Mom. Kind of funny I got that on camera, though. It was my fault for plopping down in the chair instead of sitting down like I should have. Oh yeah, numbness. No, not numbness. Cold sensitivity. I didn't realize that cold sensitivity, as opposed to like heat intolerance, was also a thing. Maybe it's not. If you have MS, can you tell me, are you also sensitive to cold weather? So I don't have spasticity. I don't have like issues with my muscles or anything. It's literally just numbness that I deal with for the most part, other than like depth perception stuff, memory, recall, you know, the good things. But there was a really cold couple of days last week where like I had to put my hands and everything in front of the space heater because my hands went completely numb. I've had fingers go numb before and it was very temporary, but both of my hands went completely numb until they warmed up and I was like, okay. Is this a preview for how winter is gonna go? Because I need my hands to work on the computer because I have a desk job, like a computer job. So we'll see how that goes. That was a surprise to me. You know, if that is a symptom of mine, it'll be documented and I can share with you guys so we can all learn together. Let's see. I also have random itching. So, okay, me itching, my English. Me scratching my legs or like my arms. Sometimes my face feels itchy. That didn't start until after Ocrevus. So I don't know if it's Ocrevus. I don't know if it's MS. But I just feel itchy, and I don't think that I'm actually itchy. I think it's like my nerves. I don't really know. And then the other thing is my teeth are yellow, and I brush my teeth. I take care of my teeth. I floss. At first I thought like maybe my coffee is stronger or something. But I feel like no matter what I do now, like no matter how much I brush, I started using whitening strips, and normally I would not do that, but it's not helping, and I don't know if teeth yellowing is Ocrevus. Actually, I probably should have Googled that. If you're on Ocrevus and your teeth are yellowing, can you please tell me below, because I feel like something is wrong, and if it's not Ocrevus, then like I need to ask my doctor about this, obviously. Wow, that's really soaking in. Okay, the sun's going down and it's getting chilly willy. So I'm going to try and wrap this up really quickly. The very last subject that I have, diet. Somebody asked if my plant-based diet helped. So my answer is I don't know. Because there is no definitive answer in any medical journal, any study. There's just not a definitive answer. I have been plant-based since 2016. This was not a change that I made from being diagnosed. I think that diet depends on the person. I really do think that. So I don't know how to answer, especially without upsetting anybody. So for my own personal experience, do I think that it has helped me personally? Yes. Inherently, a plant-based diet has less inflammatory food in it. For example, I have noticed that when I consume dairy, which on occasion I do, and I've noticed that when I consume dairy, my symptoms come back, and they usually stick around for like a day. And it's happened enough times where I can confidently now say it is not coincidence, it is a direct cause and effect. So yeah, I can't definitively say that it's helping, but like I think that it's helping me, because when I reintroduce those foods back into my diet, even occasionally, it does cause my symptoms to come back. I am one person. I don't know if that means anything, but I do think that it helps me. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. Okay, under the symptoms, I forgot to say one thing. My healing, my ability to heal has been so incredibly impeded. I'm guessing it's Ocrevus. I'm guessing. So I got my double flat in April. It still hasn't healed. It is October. It's been 6 months. I think that a cartilage piercing has like a 2 to 3 month heal time. And I would say, like, based on how this is acting, I have other piercings, so I feel like I'm familiar with healing times and processes. But like this is maybe like half healed. And it's been 6 months. Like, it's been double the time that it should have taken to fully heal, and it's only like halfway. When I get tattoos done now, so I've had 2 tattoos since diagnosis. 3. Definitely 2, maybe 3. I can't remember when I got the back of my neck done. It was a cover-up. But like, for example, the partial like sleeve fill-in that I got 2 weeks ago, it's still healing. And this probably only should have taken 5 to 7 days because it's like a lot of line work and some shading. It's nothing like really heavy, no color, no nothing. It's just taking me a really long time to heal. I'm gonna start heading back up to the house. Wow, what a long video. Oh my goodness. I'm carrying the entire tripod. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this obnoxiously long video. I hope that you learned something. I hope that I can be friends with more of you. Please leave a comment. Please like this video so the algorithm will help me. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.